Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing okay. I'm not at home, setup is going to be completely different today, but just for today. Tomorrow I don't think there's going to be a video, so keep your eyes peeled for Saturday where there will be. I'll be back at home with the normal setup, but I feel like I'm obliged to do this video despite me being away today and tomorrow. We've got news in terms of the bids. It's finally happening. And it's dropping when I'm not at home. But it's finally dropping. And we're hearing the latest. Which is the Saudi media group are out. They are not on the shortlist. Now the shortlist itself has not been published as of this time whilst I'm recording this video and getting this out to you. I'm going to go into a little bit more detail over with Goonie on his channel, Man Knows Football, at 8 PM. So if you're watching this before 8 PM UK time and you can drop onto Man Knows Football, then please do join the conversation. But yeah, if you're watching this after, then I'm just giving you the latest information that I have at this time. I've read on the Financial Times, which have given us an update in terms of the shortlist, even though the shortlist hasn't been published, that the shortlist does not consist of Saudi Media Group. They are out of this. They have been informed that they are not successful. Apparently, according to one of the guys involved in the Saudi Media Group on Twitter, he expressed that he was disappointed and a little bit unclear as to why. There was a lack of explanation, apparently. But he's happy and they're happy to join another consortium in order to boost someone else up. They're open to that. I don't think that's going to happen, but anyway, they've offered. In terms of Nick Candy, he's not on the list, which I think some people will be relieved with, some people will not. But Nick Candy and the South Korean Investment Fund, they are not on the shortlist. They are unsuccessful as well. Woody Johnson, Mr. Johnson & Johnson, he's out as well. He's not on it. So that's good news, because the way that we've seen, anyone that's familiar, I haven't personally seen, but I've heard that the New York Jets are a complete shambles. And for that reason, it's nice that he's not on the list. So cool. Now, this is where it gets a little tricky. This is where it gets a little sticky, as some of us like to say. And I'm laughing because if you don't laugh, you cry. It's as simple as that. But the three groups, should I say, who have made it onto the shortlist, apparently. Now, the good news, Todd Bowley and his consortium have made it. So they're on there. So in terms of one of the very strong offers that we've seen from the very beginning, at least there's one there, right? Todd Bowley, his consortium are on the list. Cool. Option number 2, Sir Martin Broughton. Now, I think the actual two that are leading this, I'm having to do this off the top of my head because I don't have screens in front of me, but Harris and the other geezer with him, who have teamed up with Sir Martin Broughton and Sebastian Coe. In order to form that consortium, they are on the shortlist apparently. So there's that. Now, unfortunately, the Ricketts have made it onto the shortlist. Now, this is where we've got to put all of our focus on. And I do that with a little bit of warning. Because I don't want to paint the picture that Todd Bowley's consortium are everything that we need at this football club and they are perfect. I don't think anyone's perfect in this whole bidding process. At the same time, Sir Martin Broughton and Sebastian Coe being backed by these two American investors who are just piling the money on the table, or if it's the other way around, but I think it's the way that I've just mentioned, because Sebastian Coe and Sir Martin Broughton do not have enough money to launch a bid. They just don't. So in terms of who's leading it, don't know. But that consortium, again, are there going to be any issues? Have they thought of everything through? Well, I said this from the beginning. If you've made the shortlist, technically Chelsea think you have. Which is why this is where I take a bit of a dark turn. And this is where I get a little bit peed off, as eloquently as I'd like to put it. Because I've said it from the beginning. Chelsea Football Club are the ones making the selection for this shortlist. They are taking advice from the Rain Group. The Rain Group have an input. But at the end of the day, it's Chelsea Football Club, it's Bruce Buck, Marina Granovskaya, and possibly even Roman if he's in the shadows telling them what to do, because let's face it, he probably is. But Bruce Buck, Marina Granovskaya, and Eugene, those three people on our board are the ones selecting the shortlist, the ones who have made it onto the shortlist. I've said that those that make it on the shortlist have literally green ticked everything that Chelsea possibly want. In terms of investment, in terms of moving the club forward, in terms of not just finances, but on the pitch, in terms of everything, right? The new stadium, everything. All green ticked. If you've made the shortlist, you got a green tick pretty much against everything. How in the blue hell did the Ricketts make it onto this shortlist? That's where I'm getting all my focus on now. How did the Ricketts get onto the shortlist? Every single Chelsea fan that I've come across, and their mothers, right? To put it that way, because obviously it's a saying, but them and their mothers, basically meaning everyone, does not want the Ricketts. Everyone has made that clear. I've made it clear. George has made it clear. Matisse has made it clear. Every single Chelsea YouTuber that I know has made it clear. In terms of the Ricketts, nah. Don't want ya. Take whatever you got and keep it over there. See you later. Stay in Chicago, do not come. Which leads me on to the point that they actually flew to London in the past 2 or 3 days. They were in London. They were here. Oh, well, not here. I'm not in London at the moment. But they were here, right? They met with the Chelsea pitch owners and the Chelsea Supporters Trust. And now they've been approved. And we've not heard a peep from the Supporters Trust. We've not heard a peep from the pitch owners. When I say the Supporters Trust, I don't mean the members. I mean the ones leading the Supporters Trust. The board. Because the Supporters Trust have a board. When I talk about the pitch owners, I don't talk about the actual flipping pitch owners. You know, your best mate or your dad or your mum or your uncle or your auntie who owns a piece of the pitch. I don't mean that. I mean the executives of the Chelsea pitch owners, because all of them have boards and executives. They met with the Ricketts whilst they were here, knowing what we have a big backlash about. What the hell are you guys doing? What was said? Why are we not hearing anything? Again, the Chelsea pitch owners are literally fan-backed, pretty much. The Chelsea Supporters Trust are meant to be the fans. Yet we're not hearing anything from them that gives us the view of the representation of the fans. Because I'm seeing 99.999% of Chelsea fans in anger right now. And going, hell no. The hashtag no to Ricketts has gone everywhere. As of 2 days ago. It was trending worldwide on Twitter. And I know Twitter, I don't want to put that as a flipping basis for any sort of, leverage or any sort of standard. It's not. But it's something. I have not come across one Chelsea fan that wants the Ricketts at Chelsea Football Club. Not one. How Chelsea have not identified this is baffling. Is mind-boggling. How Marina, Bruce Buck and Eugene have not taken that into consideration is incredible. Incredible. Because now the Ricketts have a chance to win. And I know, and I don't want to put all the blame on the Rain Group here, because we already knew in advance, when the Ricketts got linked, that the Rain Group had already had an acquisition with the Ricketts a couple of years ago or a few years ago or whatnot. They've already got good ties. They've already got a good relationship. The Rain Group and the Ricketts. We know that. But Chelsea are the ones making the shortlist here. Now, unless they've been duped, and unless they are that naive, which I really don't think so, because we see the way we do business at Chelsea. We see the way that Marina is so hardcore, and so, you're doing it my way. She means business when she means business. Our board and the way we conduct business, we don't let anyone tell us what to do. And we know this, and it's been that way for ages. So I'd struggle to see that they would automatically look at the Rain Group and go, okay, we're going to do as you say. They wouldn't. Which brings me to the point, how in the blue hell did they think it was okay to put the Ricketts on the shortlist? After all of these scandals that we're hearing to do with the Ricketts, including the two main points here, honestly, I'm not that fussed about political view of a certain person or a certain group. I'm hearing about various things that have occurred in the United States, even in terms of endorsing Donald Trump. Look, that's your political choice. I couldn't give a damn. At the end of the day, yeah, before that probably would have affected me. Now, I'm not that bothered. Everyone's got a right to back whoever they want in terms of their political sphere. Cool. For me, there's nothing truly, really wrong with that, because in the same way that we point at people that have backed the Conservative Party here, in the same way that people back the Labour Party, in the same way that people back the Lib Dems or the Greens, but that's your political affiliation, good luck to you, I wish you the best, yeah? But in terms of sport, and in terms of real deep personal stuff, there's two issues I have with the Ricketts. One, Islamophobia. Get out. See you later. We ain't got room for that. We ain't. Especially with the 4 Muslim players we have in the team. Which, rightly so, as George Benson said on his video earlier today, are best players. We're talking Antonio Rudiger, N'Golo Kante. I need to say more. Mendy, Ziyech, Malang Sarr. We've got 5, actually. Not happening. We can't have anyone running the club of that view. We can't. On top of that, on a sporting level, the way that the Chicago Cubs have been used to just generate money. It's basically Stan Kroenke on steroids. And you look at Stan Kroenke, and he's actually put money into Arsenal now, which is a little bit mad. Or I don't know if he's put in, but Arsenal have had the funds to spend. They've just kind of done it a bit wrong. But for ages, since they acquired the Emirates, there's been complaints about the Kroenkes. It would be the exact same, but more with the Ricketts at Chelsea. Because we can already see the model that they have in the States with the Cubs. It's all about money. They don't care about the growth of the team. How in the hell did they make the shortlist? Baffling. Well, I'm going to end the video with this. Protests are being organised right now. The We Are The Shed group have already said they are organising something to occur at Stamford Bridge very soon. When is that? Keep your eyes peeled. And I'll keep you guys updated as well. But you best believe all of us are going to be there. Every single one of us that have the means to get there are going to be there. You saw what happened when it was the Super League. You saw Chelsea fans, and not just Chelsea fans, we had others coming up to Stamford Bridge in support to try and send a message to the club with banners going Roman, not in our name. And in the end of the day, Petr Cech walked out onto the streets, listened, 20 minutes later, went back and went, yo, we're going to stop this right now. We'll do this again. And it's crazy because Chelsea should know. They were there. They saw that first protest. Now they're pulling things like this. Listen, I have been very... What's the word? I've been sad at the way that it's all gone down at Chelsea and the fact that Roman's had to leave like this. Yeah? In terms of the board, Marina, she could be leaving. All of that. What we've built has kind of been, there's an earthquake that's happened. And to say goodbye to Roman through the back door like this, none of us wanted that. But if Chelsea now, if the people in charge are going to be doing this to end all of this after 19 years, this is how you want it to end? By giving the club to a bunch of... I'm not even going to say anything on here before I get, banned or demonetized. But you get my gist. It can't fly. It cannot happen. Now that the Ricketts have made the shortlist, or if they're going to, because right now the shortlist hasn't actually been published, Chelsea still have an opportunity to pull this out at the last minute. Take the Ricketts off now. If not, we have a choice here. I don't want to sound like, maybe I've been watching too much Top Boy. I don't know. But we can do this the easy way or we can do this the hard way. We can do this the easy way. You take them off the list. This is all done. Yeah, we'll focus on the 2 that have made it. Or we can do this the hard way and we'll be outside Stamford Bridge and we'll make our voices clear and we'll make sure that the word gets out and we'll make sure it's going to be hell for the Ricketts if they do get the club. One way or the other. Choice is yours, Chelsea Football Club. Let's see. Now, thank you all so much for watching. I'll keep you guys posted. As I've said, protests are currently being organised. In terms of the finer detail, I'll see what happens. We'll all see what happens. I'm sure we'll get notified some way soon. But, yeah. Unbelievable how the Ricketts are about to make this shortlist. Crazy. But anyway, join me on Man Knows Football, 8 PM UK time if you are watching this before the time. If you're not, then you can always go back to Man Knows Football and watch the video as we did it together. And yeah, I'll see you guys on Saturday. I don't think I'm going to get a video out tomorrow unless if I can find a way to do it very quickly, which I doubt, so don't hold me to it. But if not, Saturday, I will be here for you guys. So thank you all so much. Hit the subscribe button if you are new. Hit the notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Smash the like button if you did enjoy this, and I'll see all of you Saturday. Let's see what happens. Chelsea, choice is yours. Take care, people. In a bit. Peace.